Hello, everyone. My name is Nick. I'm the host, actually, of Marvelous Musings, and today I'm accompanied by my two guests.
Hi, I'm Addy,
I'm
and this is
Agraj.
Agraj. Now, we'd just like to inform everyone that we've all been lying to you for a very long time. We made it look like we were the hosts. In reality, it was Nick who was running things from the back, just like the Watcher.
Yeah.
From What If, that's
He's-
what we're going to talk about today.
Wow, that was a really good segue. I'm really impressed by that. That was
Yeah.
wow. Very well planned. I mean, not planned at all. Yeah, so as you can tell, our co-host Naranjan isn't here today.
Sorry, our co-guest.
Our co-guest
Co-guest.
Naranjan isn't here today. He felt like his time was more important than ours. So now he's on vacation. He's having fun. But we have Nick here. He's gonna do a great job as his replacement. And actually, in some ways, you could say Naranjan is still here. And he's always
Yeah.
watching.
So today we're going to be talking about What If. I've been calling it The Watcher for so long. I forgot it was called What If. We're going to be talking about What If, and it's been, I think, one of the most interesting. I think it's a really good series. Some of the episodes that I would say have been Marvel's best work so far, including everything they've ever done.
Bold claim.
Wow.
Yeah, but What If has been really, really good to watch. It's something completely different that Marvel's experimenting with, and I'm really excited to talk about it today.
I'll be
Yes.
honest. I disagree.
Oh, right off the bat, let's get into
All
it.
right,
Okay.
all right. Here's the thing. I really liked some episodes. I definitely agree with you on that. And I don't know if they were the best, but they were really good. However, to be honest, some of them were not that great in my opinion. And
Definitely,
I guess we'll get to that. But yeah.
Yeah, let's just do a quick rundown of all the episodes, short summaries. Episode 1, what if Captain Carter was the first Avenger?
That was good.
Let's just talk a little bit about what we thought about the episodes to each one. As we do this. The first episode, I was into the series. I was like, it's not bad. I'll continue watching it. It wasn't, outstanding to me by any means. I was like, yeah, this is cool. I enjoyed it. Wouldn't really watch it 10 times.
I must say that I actually put off watching What If because I was kind of unsure about the format. I put off watching it until the third episode. So I watched the first one and I thought I had been I thought my choice had been correct, that I shouldn't have watched it, but then I ended up watching the second, third, and then I just started binging at that point.
Yeah.
Nick, what did you think about episode 1?
I agree with you guys. I don't think it was the best. I think it was really rushed. The whole storyline kind of passed by like really quickly.
Yeah.
There wasn't
Pacing
a lot
was
of
off.
development. Yeah. So.
On to episode 2. What if T'Challa became Star-Lord? This was an interesting episode. This was the one that I watched and I was like, okay, you know what? This is actually really cool because this was just so completely out there. It's like, T'Challa is just sitting there and, just like chilling and relaxing with Thanos. And it was just really weird. It was also really funny watching, I believe it was Taserface. The name still cracks me up. Taserface just picking up T'Challa, taking him. He's like, he's a human boy, right? All we need is a human boy? No? What? Yeah. I must say that was one of the better parts of the episode. And more than that, of course, what it did really well was set up the later episodes, especially episodes 8 and 9. I think it was pretty well done, and it was fun to watch, and it was also like it more so than the first episode. It was the one that definitely got me interested into just like okay, yeah, this is something that could actually work.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I watched that episode and I was amazed. I was so happy that Chadwick Boseman came back for one last thing. I thought that was going to be the only episode with him, and I was pleasantly surprised to find out that wasn't the only episode with him. And it was definitely a lot better than the first episode for me. Nick, what about you?
Yeah.
I don't have much to say for this one. I think it was fine. I agree it was better than the first, but I still didn't like it that much. I feel like it had some unrealistic things as well, like Thanos. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, Thanos just got, convinced by logical and sound debate. I mean, half the political conflicts we have in the world today wouldn't exist if that was actually true.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, no, that was a little bit farcical to say the least, but I found the episode enjoyable at least. Okay, on to the third episode. what if Earth or the world lost its mightiest heroes? This is another episode that sort of just dipped in quality for me. I didn't think it was anything spectacular. I thought the reveal with Hank Pym being the villain in the end was pretty interesting. But it was just a lot of watching the Avengers die.
Yeah,
And
that was kind of sad.
That's all it was, really.
I mean, we've already seen that happen once, and like it's not fun
Yeah,
watching
I
it
didn't need
again.
to see Tony die again.
Yeah, and like there's this like again, I'm going kind of into CinemaSins territory, but like it was really like apparently Ant-Man, if like he actually tried to blow himself up inside the Hulk, that shouldn't actually work because the Hulk is supposed to be like, if he tried that, he would simply be ripped apart by the Hulk. Like it wouldn't actually work. The Hulk can't be killed that way. Same goes for Thanos, I think.
Science. Yeah.
I have nothing to add here. I agree. It wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Can I please do episode 4? I think
Sure.
like
Okay, you know what?
when
Fine, go for it.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, when I said that this series had some of Marvel's best work so far, the episode 4 was what I was actually referring to, because it was Agraj. You can't just run off in the middle of an episode, man.
Sorry, I was just bringing my Doctor Strange memorabilia. Just
nice boxers, by the way.
Thanks.
Dark blue.
Those
I
are my
like them.
shorts.
All
Sorry,
right,
I'm just bringing my Doctor Strange memorabilia because apparently you're a bigger Doctor Strange fan than me. So give me a bet. Yeah.
Okay, Agraj seems to have some issues that you can talk to someone about it. Oh my god, you're actually serious. Yeah, this episode was, I think, by far one of the best things that Marvel has ever created. It was really, I don't think Marvel has really done anything this in-depth before, and in that episode I was watching, it was really kind of shocking because I was not expecting anything of the sort. Like Marvel does deal with things like death, and it is a big part of Marvel, but like this was something on a completely different level, and watching a character that we become so used to, someone like Doctor Strange, transform in such a horrifying manner. I think that was one of the things that stood out so much, and I think it's definitely the standout episode of the series so far.
Yeah, it was just such a dark turn, and I was there for it. My favorite episode by far. I'm just gonna say that this was it for me.
Agreed. Amazing
Yeah.
episode. I think I would want to see this as a movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would have made for a really, really good movie.
Yeah, it was well paced, which I can't say for certain about some of the other episodes. And above that, it was just such an interesting concept that I really had never even thought about before.
And again, like it took these issues that we know that Strange does have these issues. They've explored it kind of in the past, like his arrogance, his belief that he can change anything as long as he puts his mind to it. And like it just took that idea and took it into this completely different direction. Like if you want to contrast it with episode 2, oh my god, it's so forgettable. I'm forgetting what episode it was. The one where T'Challa got kidnapped. Like Thanos becoming, like just buddy buds with T'Challa and everyone. That just didn't really. It didn't make sense at all, and it didn't fit with what we know about the characters in any universe. But like watching this was something completely different. But at the same time, it's building on those same characteristics of Strange that we already know. So I think that's what made it so good, because it is still pretty out there. I mean, but it's something completely different.
Yeah. Enough said. It was a great episode. Best episode in my opinion. Nick, wanna start us off with
episode 5. What if zombies? This one was a bit of a disappointment after Doctor Strange. It definitely didn't live up to Doctor Strange. I'd say it was an all right episode. I didn't hate it, but it was on a similar level as the first 3. So yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That was the first episode where we got to see Viz Ultron at the end. Right? That was right at the end there where we saw him coming to, and everyone's like, "Oh no, you're not gonna leave us with another cliffhanger, are you?" And
they did.
Well, just for a little bit, but I mean, no, I think what people were worried is that they were just gonna leave it like that with Viz Ultron coming and then nothing coming out of it. But in that way, I'm glad they did resolve that storyline.
That was a pretty well done storyline. I enjoyed that, and that was a pretty good episode. The only thing that didn't really make sense was, like how do all of the Avengers die? Especially,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah. Some of the Avengers deaths, I was a bit surprised by.
Wanda.
yeah.
Wanda should not. Yeah, no. There's no
Yeah.
way she became a zombie. Yeah.
No, at the same time, I think it is a pretty imaginable, more so than someone like say Steve Rogers, who's superhuman. Wanda is a regular human with insane abilities. So like I think it fits that if she became a zombie, she would become incredibly powerful. But she still has all the regular human weaknesses that everyone else has.
Yeah, but she probably shouldn't have become a zombie in the first place. I really
That's
don't see
fair.
how anyone could have gotten to her.
That's fair.
Let's just say it's
Then
Hank
again,
Pym's fault. It's simple
I
as that.
want to make one distinction here that like this is Wanda before Infinity War, so like this is Wanda before she acquires all of her chaos magic and becomes kind of person who can trap an entire town for several weeks.
Yeah,
and
less.
be
I mean,
very
to be fair,
unethical.
she's less unhinged too at that point.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was episode 5. What was episode 6? Oh yes.
Killmonger.
Oh yes. Boy. I, as viewers of the show will know, I am extremely in love with Michael B. Jordan. Some would say to an unhealthy amount, but
Some would call it simping, I believe.
so some would be stupid. Yeah. No, I do love Michael B. Jordan. I think he's a great actor. I thought his performance as Killmonger was great and definitely makes him one of my favorite villains in the MCU. And this specific episode, it was good. It wasn't I would say it's better than some of the other ones. Definitely better than Zombies and the third one with all the Avengers dying. I definitely don't think it's the same level as the Doctor Strange episode, but it was still an interesting concept seeing Killmonger save Tony Stark.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, like, I thought the premise was well thought out. I felt like actually Killmonger as a villain in this episode, honestly, it made a lot more sense to me than Killmonger as a villain in Black Panther, which I know Agraj and I have clashed about in the past. I do agree with Agraj that Michael B. Jordan is a very attractive man, and I will never again criticize my co-guest Niranjan for behaving in strange manners towards, I believe it was Kate Bishop. Now that I've observed and accepted Agraj's behavior, I think I should drop that. But Michael B. Jordan is a very attractive and glorious man, and this was actually a pretty good episode. It was a good follow through for something as good as the Strange episode. Obviously, it wasn't the best, but it was.
I have
good.
more things to say about this episode. I'll let Nick go, and I think we'll get to that at the end because it has to do more with the entire series as a whole. But yeah, Nick, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think this was one of the better ones. Worse than Doctor Strange by quite a bit, but it was definitely a lot better than all of the other so-so ones. I think the storyline was good, the pacing was good. It was pretty well done overall.
Yeah.
The next one, I want to take this one. What if Thor were an only child? Holy shit!
Yes.
I hated this one.
You hated it.
I hated this one. I know.
All right, I'm interested.
I know
to
some
see
of you
this
guys
topic.
like this, but
Yeah.
oh no, I think the premise of this was really childish, to be honest. It was just, it's this teenager who goes around partying, and his
he's
mom,
1,500 years old.
1,500 years old,
Acts like a
he's scared of
teenager,
his
yeah.
mom. His mom is like coming back home after a vacation or something. He's like, "Oh my God, guys, we gotta clean up.
My mother is coming!
We gotta clean up." No, this was not it for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. It was really, really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And it's like if I was gonna go back to What If episodes, I definitely won't watch the Strange episode again, just because like I like to sleep. I like to just sleep without
I couldn't.
burden
Yeah,
device.
yeah, same.
But if I wanted to just like watch something to chill and relax, this would be it. But at the same time, Nick is right. It just doesn't fit with anything we know at all.
Yeah.
about Thor, and I don't think Loki not being there in Thor's life would be such a big change. I think the biggest change was actually bad writing before, good writing after Ragnarok. But
True.
honestly, I don't see the absence of Loki being such a massive, resulting in such a massive change in Thor's personality.
Yeah.
And also Loki being a frost giant, that was an interesting thing because like Odin mentioned in the beginning that like right in Thor 1 that Loki he picked up Loki and Loki looked like a runch or something like that. This episode might actually be hinting at the fact that's not actually true. That Odin transformed him into a proper Asgardian.
Yeah.
So that
I thought that was
really
always
cool to
the
watch.
understanding that that's what Odin did to make him fit in. Like Loki would have looked like a frost giant if he just grown up among the frost giants, but he didn't.
I want to make this clear that Odin made it sound like he only made him look like an Asgardian. He was still a frost giant inside. This makes it seem like Odin actually turned him into an Asgardian, which obviously makes Odin much more powerful than you can imagine.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Last two episodes. This is what sold the series for me. Nick, you want to see? You text me a lot about these last two episodes, so just go ahead. I think we can talk about them in continuation, almost like they're one episode. Yeah, Nick, go ahead. Start us off with this.
These were amazing. I mean, I think it was a really, really good payoff for like sticking with this series. I just loved seeing everyone come together, and I don't know. I mean, it's hard to put this into words, but those were really good. I think if those were a movie, those would be Infinity War Endgame level for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like that was actually considering like how many hours of Marvel content there was prior to something like Infinity War. It's really insane how they were able to pull it off with just if you remember like 6-7 episodes isn't actually a lot to put all of these things together and then just put it all into one episode. That's not a lot, and I think Marvel did that really, really well.
Yeah, and it's so one thing I've noticed is I think some of these episodes might have actually been worse because they were trying to build up to something bigger. And I think from the beginning of the series, it's really hard to notice that sometimes. We didn't think, or even I don't think I could fathom this happening by the end of it. This entire storyline coming together with all these different heroes from all these different episodes. I didn't see that coming at all. But it explains why some of them aren't that great as episodes because they're supposed to be helping to build up to something big in the end. Which is why, some of them are quite so-so. I think the Doctor Strange one worked really well on its own, mainly because it was such an interesting concept. And they were all interesting concepts, but some of them didn't do well. And I think it was focusing mainly on building up the story for the future more than anything.
Yeah, it was like I think that's a really good reason as to why like a lot of what happened in the earlier episodes can actually be understood. Especially like the Party Thor episode and the T'Challa episode. It was really weird to watch it, honestly. I didn't enjoy it at all, but like, no, actually that was wrong. I enjoyed Party Thor a lot. It wasn't the best content, but it makes sense once you watch it.
And the whole Killmonger thing with him saving Tony Stark, that episode also makes a lot more sense with this happening. And they also left that at a bit of a cliffhanger too with Shuri and what's Gwyneth Paltrow's character? Pepper teaming up to take down Killmonger. There is some resolution there with him obviously being trapped by Strange Supreme. But all in all, I was really impressed by the series and how they picked it up right in those last two episodes, especially. After the fourth one, I was hooked, so I would have watched every episode, even if they were bad after that. But those last two episodes proved to me that it's not. It's a really good series. What I'm interested to see more than anything is what they're gonna do with season 2. They've resolved all the issues from this season. There's technically nothing else they need to do. So where are they gonna go with this?
And we also need to mention that like one of the key characters, one of the key conflicts you mentioned, like Pepper and Killmonger and everything in there. And then one of the key conflicts in that is also like Black Panther comes in, but really difficult for them to somehow get get someone to play his part. And
Yeah.
I don't think without T'Challa being there, it's going to be very, very difficult for the Killmonger issue to actually be resolved effectively.
Yeah. And I think that's just how it might be. There might be some loose ends to
Yeah.
the series with those episodes. But I'm interested. Are they going to try to solve some of the issues that are still present with specific worlds in the second season, or are they going to try to show us more worlds, more stories? I personally would prefer to see more stories. I think What If is best at its core. A show about different universes in the multiverse. I don't think it needs to be this whole thing about them coming together to make the storyline. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a really interesting thing what they did with the end. I don't know if I'd like to see that every season with all the worlds coming together. I think it'd be cool to just see different worlds in multiverse and see how what our heroes are like in those worlds.
I'm pretty sure that is what's going to happen. I don't know if anyone's coming back except Captain Carter. But I really want to see Doctor Strange again, though.
Oh
yeah. What I really want to see, like, I think Marvel has a lot of experience, like, managing all these different things. Because we need to remember they also ran like a whole bunch of a lot of these Avengers didn't really interact with each other in their individual movies for a while. So I think they're more than capable of not bringing them all together until the critical moment. But I'm just looking forward to how it goes. At this point, I'm a fan. So
yeah, I mean, I just want to take a minute to just ask Kevin Feige, please, sir, Kevin, please, bring the X-Men next season. That'd be cool. That's it. Thank you.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but I don't think he's going to be watching this video. So
I was really betting on that. I was like, maybe, just maybe, he'll be clicking on this video. Oh, you know what? Marvel content. Let me check it out. Because he has time. He's not a busy guy.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not like he's single-handedly created the most financially successful entertainment complex in the world. But yeah, whatever. I'm sure he's got time.
Yeah. I think that about does it for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed watching this episode.
Thank you, Nick, for letting us be your guest.
Thank you.
Oh,
Nick,
right,
so
of course. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Naranjan, for watching this episode. We hope you enjoyed it.
And thank you, Naranjan, for not using your powers as Watcher to utterly destroy us.
True.
Because
in the Watcher we trust.
I actually don't trust Naranjan very much, but
true.
We do trust the Watcher.
Yes, we do trust the Watcher. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We're Marvelous Musings, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Thank you, everyone.